Now, look, I'm a little hard when it comes to determining what is a new release and what is a release from last year. This one is listed as a 2025 release, but I just finally saw it this week and I enjoyed the heck out of it. It goes wide this weekend, so we're going to talk about a chimpanzee going absolutely insane and brutally murdering quite a few people. Primate is the new film from director Giannis Roberts, and while I'm not too familiar with the films that this director has done previously, I have to say, after watching this, I really am interested to see what he does next. This film stars Johnny Sequoia, and it focuses on a young woman who has been away from home for quite a while, and she and her friends return to her absolutely gorgeous Hawaii home. I mean, can I get that house? My God. Um, and she's reunited with her sister and her father, who Troy Kotzer jump scared in this one. Always a great surprise. Haven't seen him in a minute, but he's in this film. And, well, they have a pet chimp, and he gets rabies, and chaos ensues. Now, this movie, I cannot understate how quickly this movie gets right down to business. I mean, the cold open alone really shows you how gory and frightening this movie is going to be. But what I didn't expect was the level of intensity that Johannes would be able to sustain throughout the story. Now, the setup is pretty thin for the most part, I will say, but you're not there for these captivating, complex characters. You're there to watch Chimp go absolutely insane and wreck some people. So the movie gives you plenty of that and knows that that's what you're there for. So it never wastes your time, but it also doesn't shortchange the characters. They're given just enough likability, most of them. Some of them are clearly there just to be bodies for the chimp to demolish. And there are a couple unlikable characters, as every horror movie tends to have. But your main character, I found it very easy to root for her throughout this film, and a couple of her friends as well. I did enjoy her sister. I thought there was a great story kind of there. Again, bare bones. So when I say a great story, I mean for a movie where you're just there to watch a chimp do some crazy, crazy shit for 80 something minutes, I think it is. It's a very quick film. Now, what I do want to talk about first off here is Johannes's ability, like I said, to sustain tension. There are several sequences here where I wasn't on the edge of my seat because I was in a recliner, but I was certainly pushed back in the chair as far as I could be, just waiting for the intensity to pay off. And sometimes it did when I expected it to, thankfully, and other times it didn't, resulting in a solid jump scare. I've grown up with horror films, so I do find it pretty difficult for a movie to pull off a jump scare on me, but I'll give this one credit. It did get me a couple times. Part of that had to do with the incredible sound system in the theater I was watching it, but the movie did get me, I'll admit. But there are so many sequences where the camera is either following the point of view of the chimp, or you are searching for the chimp. And there is just enough of an underlying score to heighten the intensity, but the way that the camera moves very slowly, peering up, down, around corners, into doorways, I was massively impressed at the way that suspense was crafted and sustained in a lot of the sequences here. The kills are horrifying. I mean, a couple times, I'm not necessarily a squeamish person, but I did find myself in shock at some of the things I was watching. I'm not going to spoil any of them here, but just know that you will know within the first few minutes if this is a movie that you can handle. And then from there, it's off to the races. It's shocking. It caught me by surprise a couple of times. I honestly wasn't quite sure how it was all going to wrap up. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. I was having a good time. I laughed a couple of times. The uh, the setting of the film, an isolated, gorgeous, modern house on a cliff in Hawaii. I thought that was a great setting for the film. The pool, instead of, and I know I didn't even touch on this, and I'm not gonna because you've heard this in every single review. But yes, this movie really does heavily is heavily inspired by Cujo and replacing the car with the pool. I thought that was interesting, and the way that they kind of used that to the story's advantage, I thought was very creative. I just really had a good time with this movie. I would like to see it again with another audience, hopefully a packed audience at that, just to see the reactions, because unfortunately in my theater, while I was certainly reacting to the movie, sometimes out loud and sometimes in my head, it seemed like people were pretty stiff in terms of their reactions, and this is certainly one that an unsuspected viewer could be a delight to sit around and watch them experience this film. This is everything that I love about creature films. Clearly, the production team and the cast were having a great time kind of taking inspirations from a lot of horror films. There was one shot in particular, and light spoiler here. If you don't want to know absolutely anything about this film, then skip ahead about 15 seconds. But I am just going to talk about this one thing in particular here that I was a big fan of. There's a sequence where two characters are trapped in a closet, and it feels very Halloween at the end. But then the way that the monkey peers through the closet, I found very Shining-esque. And as a massive fan of that movie, I will look for any way that I can link that film to anything else. If I can see even just a hint of The Shining as an inspiration, I will try and make that connection as I did here. This is just a well-made, exhilarating, eerie, nasty, good time at the theater. This was a great way to kick off the year. I had a blast. Have you seen Primate? Let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below, or what is your favorite creature feature? I don't like saying creature feature. It seems kind of corny. What is your favorite movie that has an antagonistic creature in it? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much, as always, for watching this video. We will be a little bit busy here for the next week or so with Golden Globes. And I was going to make a video about the SAG nominations, but I just didn't find the time today. And by doing it tomorrow, it would just be too late. So we have the Golden Globes to look forward to, and I hope to keep this kind of momentum going. It's been a lot of fun getting back on here and making these videos, and I'm always impressed at the reception. And I know it's small, but for me, it's not small. It's not insignificant, and it doesn't go unnoticed. You know, when I don't post something for almost 130 days, and then I do, and 30 people watch it, you know, that really does mean something to me. So I thank you so much for always clicking on one of these videos. It really does mean a lot. I hope you enjoyed this review. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.